Good afternoon here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall. We're visiting now with Todd Fergot. He is the head coach of the boys basketball team for the Riverhawks as they get set to prepare for their start to the postseason coming up on Friday. First of all, Coach, thank you so much for joining me. Do appreciate your time.
You bet, Joel. Thanks for having me on.
Let's talk a little bit about the Riverhawks. 19-5 overall, 10-1 in the Mississippi Valley Conference. Shared champions with Onalaska. Your last game, 62-54 over Aquinas. You're actually down one at halftime. Went on a great scoring run. Early portion of that second half. Obviously, the defense ramped up too. I thought overall that was a great game to watch. I knew it was going to be tighter than their first game up at Aquinas too, even though they led it at halftime up at their place as well. So kind of have the same storyline going on in that game. Overall, Coach, what do you feel like closing out the season against Aquinas and how the boys played?
Well, first of all, I'm going to give Aquinas a ton of credit. I thought they played very well. That's as well as they've played all season, which, it's a credit to their players and their coaching staff to get them prepared. As the season's coming to end, tournament is coming, you want to be playing your best basketball. And I thought they played very well. And they went 8 for 16 from 3 in the first half. It's just a credit to them. From our end, I think, we watch film as we always do, and there are a number of things that we need to do better. That I think, we've at times this year have done a great job on the details defensively. And I thought we just had some letdowns a little bit, just kind of execution, of those details needs to be better. And so I think it's just a good opportunity to learn and to continue to grow and try to continue to improve here moving forward.
Well, for the game itself, Bennett Freed led 21 points, 8 of 13. Had some clutch free throws down the stretch, actually, from all the seniors. Williams finished with 18. Meyer had a quiet 11, which is unusual for him. Let's talk about the season overall, Coach. Just a season recap of things. You went from leading the way of the MVC, then got beat by Onalaska at home, and that kind of opened the door for them to creep back in and take the lead in the MVC. But overall, of course, then you guys beat them up at their place to share the title. But man, this is a great group of guys, and I thought the season overall, I thought you guys got stronger as the season progressed. How about you, Coach?
Yeah, we had a lot of guys, that graduated last year. We had a great group of seniors, as we do again this year. And so coming into the year, we knew there was a lot of potential, but we knew it was going to take some time, for us to continue to grow as individuals and as a team. And, we had really, other than Nick being our starting point guard, really everybody else was stepping into a new role. And, the kids worked really hard in the off season as they always do in the weight room, worked on their shooting and ball handling and skill development overall. And so, we thought there was a lot of potential with this team. We knew it was going to take some time. We challenged them with a very difficult schedule. It wasn't only who we played, but it's when we played them and where we played them too. I think we're all a part of that. Right. I think our guys have gotten, physically tougher and mentally tougher as the season's progressed. And, that certainly is going to need to continue here moving forward. But just a great group of young men, both on the court, in the classroom and in the community also. We just great student athletes. You couldn't ask for anything better. We just did a little thing with checking GPAs for our guys, and we had to submit some stuff to the coach of the WBCA Coaches Association, and I think their cumulative GPA of our top 10 guys is like 3.75, which is amazing. So it tells you the type of students they are. And you always tell our guys, your students first, athletes second. So just really proud of everything they've done, again, not only on the court, but probably more importantly off the court.
Again, we're talking with Todd Fergot. He's the head coach for the Central boys basketball team. Biggest change, Coach, you lost those 3 games mid-January, some tough competition there, that's for sure. That 608 tournament, and then you went up to the border battle, and man, it was just kind of that tough stretch. But what do you think has changed? What's the biggest change since then? Because you've been riding now a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, we never really get too caught up in, how many games in a row we won. We just want to win the next one, and that's kind of always been our focus. I just think our guys have continued to grow. I think they understand what their roles are maybe a little bit better now as the season's progressed. And every player, 1 through 17 on our roster is important in that process. And so guys, I think we've talked about being a star in your role, whatever role that is. And I think our guys have had a better understanding of what their job is for our team. And, that each and every night, whether it's practice or a game, that they've got to be the best they can in that role. And I think, it's those different players kind of, different pieces of the puzzle have kind of fit together, better as the season's gone on. And but we know there's a lot of room for improvement here moving forward too. We've got, we're not where we want to be yet. And we just got to continue each day to continue to work towards that.
I still think that the biggest change is the offense, as you just alluded to with roles. I think it's on the offensive side. Your defense has always been really good, but I think that offensive change, just because we've seen more of Frankie Wilk, I think guys just got comfortable finally taking some shots. Strip Motter's another one where I've said many times on the broadcast, please shoot the ball more, Peyton. And now he's starting to do that. Obviously, Wilk is kind of doing the same thing. We're seeing Brindley score a little bit more. So I think it's your offense that has changed, and we're finally not seeing as many lulls in it as we did early part of the season. I do want to move forward with your senior group, Cahill, Brindley, Krause, Nardine, Williams, Freed, Young. What a tremendous group of young guys that you have that are seniors that are going to be moving on forward for you. So I just wanted you to specifically talk about your senior group.
Yeah, they are just great kids. Start with Brendan. Brendan works hard every single night, and what's really fun to see is, his role, and he kind of knew, where he was at coming in. But what's been great about Brendan is he has not been satisfied with that. And he's actually moved up in our rotation. And it's just a testament to him and his ability to persevere and always put the team first. And he's gotten better. And sometimes, with all players, but in particular seniors, they maybe just become comfortable and say, well, this is just where I'm at. But Brendan hasn't. And so he's continued to get better and continue to prove, from day one of the season. So really a credit to him. Mario has at different times played, different roles within our team. At times, played minimal minutes, other times played a lot of minutes. And we know that we can go to him. Very good defender. He can shoot the ball a little bit, but he knows, more of a defender, take care of the basketball. He's got an open shot. Certainly we encourage all our guys to take it, but he's done a great job of filling that role too. Tyler Young, done an excellent job. Missed him early in the season. He's kind of the glue guy for our team, just does a lot of little things, always just does those things right. Just a credit to him too, works extremely hard on both ends of the floor. Boston Brindley, is continuing to improve. His offense has gotten better. He's been shooting the ball well in practice, understands, he needs to continue to be aggressive. Obviously Bennett Freed, Bennett's been one of our leading scorers all season long, but also really, I think, underrated defender, great rebounder, just continues to get better. And Nick Williams, Nick, again, he's our point guard, but also, one of our leading scorers. I think currently is our leading scorer. Though Henry, Bennett, and Nick are all within a point or two of each other. So it just kind of depends on a particular week. But Nick's done a great job, continues to look to get better and needs to even look to shoot more, I think, at times for us, and continue to be a little more assertive. But just great kids, not only on the court, but like I said, off the court, just a great group of young men to be with and love each and every one of those guys. And just been, we as a staff been so blessed to have them be a part of our program all these years.
I really hope that the 3-point shooting for Bennett has cleared that slump that he was in for quite a while, because he hit a couple deep shots against Aquinas. And then, as you mentioned, there's so many other highlights. Tyler Young hit a big 3-pointer again against Aquinas the other night too. I'm obviously not going to put you on the spot, and there's probably people watching this going, well, are you going to ask him about seeding? Aren't you going to ask him about this and that? I am not. I'm not a dirt sheet writer, and I don't care that whatever your seeding is, it doesn't matter at this point. You're the number 3 seed coach. You're just waiting for your opponent. That's really what I want to talk about. So what's the prep like right now as opposed to what's it going to be like tomorrow? Because it's so much different prior to knowing who your opponent is, because you're just waiting for Toma and Hayward tonight.
Yeah, so what we're doing really right now is just kind of focusing on our our stuff, cleaning up what we do, both defensively and offensively, and just making sure that we're fundamentally sound in our execution. And so that's what we're doing right now. Whether it's Toma or Hayward, then tomorrow we'll start focusing on those guys and figure out whoever wins that game, figure out what we have to do, and start doing more game prepping specifically for Friday.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that of course if it's Toma, then you're gonna know a lot more about them because we've already seen them twice.
Right.
Overall, the section though, man, this is a good section, Coach. This is a very competitive night after night. You're gonna have to play your best basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from Onalaska to Medford to, Rice Lake, River Falls, as I mentioned, Toma, Logan, Sparta, all good teams and teams that can beat anybody on a given night, and then you got the other side of the sectional too. So yeah, so we definitely have our work cut out here, just trying to get to 1-0 on Friday, whoever it is.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to covering you guys. Of course, we'll get to cover with video coming up on Friday. So very excited over that, Coach. So appreciate your time today. I know you have to get back to class, and I've got a little boy that I got to watch for nap. And when he wakes up, I got to run up there and get him. So thank you again, Coach Fergot, for everything throughout the season as well. I told Coach Roberson the same thing. Thanks for letting me interview the boys. Thank you for your stats. Thank you for your emails. Really appreciated all the communication that we've had moving forward throughout the regular season.
Well, Joel, thank you also for doing this. I know for a lot of our families that can't be here on a consistent basis, whether it's brothers and sisters, grandparents, uncles and aunts, that they're very appreciative too, around really not only here in Wisconsin, but around the Midwest and throughout the nation. And so really thank you for doing this. And it's a lot of time and energy and effort that you and Nami and Josh put into this, and sincerely appreciate you guys doing that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And again, the boys basketball playoffs, the section actually starts tonight, but the boys have the bye because of the #1 seed. They'll have their one home game. That'll come up on Friday. If the boys advance, again, we don't know if they're going to play Toma or Hayward, but if they do advance on Friday, they will play the very next night on Saturday. And it sounds like we will be able to broadcast that one, or at least we're going to try. We'll certainly have more information coming out late Friday night, early Saturday if the boys win, to let you know if we are going to stream that. But for sure, we are going to be there Friday night and cover that game against either Toma or Hayward. I'm Joel McCall. Again, thank you to Coach Fergot, and thank you for tuning in right here on the Central River Hawks YouTube channel.